All right. Tonight on a special episode of Fandom United, we're going to do coping with COVID. How are you coping out there with COVID-19 and being stuck at home? Let's get into it. I'm Othello.
I'm Rich.
I'm Aaron.
I'm John.
Hi, I'm Jelly.
Oh my God, it's Jelly, guys. See, we told you we knew a girl.
Wow.
All
Nobody
right,
believed
so
us because they haven't seen her in forever.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
you know.
really, it's
Was that even this
been
show?
almost a year.
She was like the first 2 episodes.
Ooh, Rich, jeez.
What?
Wow.
What?
I can't even with you, dude. I can't. You know what? Let's just say that Fandom United maternity leave is really good. They let you just stay off work forever. So, all right. So before when we were doing our pre-show, Jelly, you said you were trying to get into Picard, but you
Yeah.
just can't get into it.
I can't,
Why can't
well,
you get into Picard?
There's also distractions, or like it's after a long day. Maybe my brain needs to be on, but every time I've tried to do it, it's like when my husband's fallen asleep and then my baby's fallen asleep in my lap and I'm sitting there going, I don't have enough brain to soak all this in right now. And I've tried to start it twice and it looks really cool and the parts that I've caught are really cool, but it's like I'm missing all the storyline, I mean, that's important. Kind of had fun with his comedy thing that was a few years ago. Did anybody watch
No,
that?
I can't. The one that was on HBO.
Yeah,
I
it was
can't remember the
great.
name of
And
it.
I was like, that was addicting, and I could watch every single episode. It didn't even matter for some odd reason. And maybe it's part of the stress of this whole situation right now. I think we've been home for a good week and a half. My brain's all over the place because there's so many things. I feel so much more busy now that everybody's home.
All right. Now, you made me remember something. Actually, CBS All Access is free for a month. They have a trial. So if you sign up, if you're not a member of CBS All Access and use the code GIFT, GIFT, EFT is not a letter, GIFT, then you can get a free month of CBS All Access. So you can catch up on Picard, you can catch up on Star Trek Discovery if you want, and anything else that CBS has on TV that you might want to watch, you can binge for at least the next month. So,
Nice.
I thought it was a really nice gesture. I read about it in an article from Patrick Stewart doing an interview about the Picard finale, which I'm going to go upstairs and watch as soon as we're done here. And that's what part of his big news was for the article. So I thought that was really cool. Aaron, you have been spending a lot of time in front of the TV, but you haven't been watching it. What have you been doing?
I have been playing a lot of video games. Normally, when I watch TV, I'm editing. So I'd be sitting there, editing projects and watching TV at the same time. Well, I don't have any projects to edit. So I didn't really play a lot of video games before because I just didn't have the time and the kids were running around and it was just difficult. So now I have been doing streaming for PS Now and Xbox Live. And because I can't go out and buy the physical games, and I don't want to sit there and wait for 4 hours for a game to download. Cool thing about PS Now, they're doing a trial that you can play for, I believe it's 2 weeks. And they also will let you stream the games instead of having to download to play them. So if you don't want to be waiting for 38 gigs to download, you can just stream it.
Oh, they're trying to be like Google, huh? They're trying to be trying to get that Stadia action going on, trying to convince people to start streaming games. That seems, I mean, I know that's not an ulterior motive, but so how long does the trial last?
It's 14 days.
Okay, it's not bad.
It's not all new games, which is interesting. They have a lot of PlayStation 2 games available to play. So I'm finding games that I honestly had never heard of that they got on there, which is interesting. But I've really been playing a lot of games that I was on the cusp of getting, but I didn't want to spend that money. It wasn't good enough to spend that money.
What games are you playing right now? Like what's name your top 3 games that you're playing right now?
I'm normally not into fighters, but I played Mortal Kombat 11.
Ooh. Oh, that's out there? Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
I played Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
Nah, it's a lot of fun.
And then I played an RPG. I played New Vegas, Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, okay. I'm not a big Fallout fan, but I'm with you on the first 2. I love me some Nathan Drake. So yeah. Oh, and the free game next month for PlayStation Plus members, if you do sign up for PlayStation Plus, Uncharted 4 is the free game next month, one of the free games. So, if you want some more of that Uncharted action, you just go ahead and sign up for PS Plus and go ahead and get it. So
I'm essentially I'm playing games that aren't a huge time suck, except for Fallout New Vegas. That could be a huge time suck if I let it be. But I'm just biding my time because I know we're going to be stuck in here for at least another month, that I'm guessing. Probably longer than that. But
see, Uncharted was a big time suck for me, man. I would get going in Uncharted, and I'm looking for treasure and all that, and then it's 3 hours later, 4 hours later. Uncharted was a big time suck for me. That was a big one for me. But anyway, because I know we only have a few minutes, so we're limited on our time. As far as
the Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's what I'm waiting for.
That's what, April?
Yeah, it's 10th? Like the first week of April.
Yeah, and I don't think it's been delayed, but digital might not be delayed, but your physical copies might be delayed.
They did. So that's what they said, that there's no delay on the game coming out, but there's going to be very few physical copies made because the factories are shut down, but I'll be able to get a digital.
Yeah.
And GameStop is closing 300 stores, it looks like.
They should.
Yeah.
Permanently?
They designated themselves as a essential.
No, they backed off that. They had listed themselves as an essential retailer, but no, they're not. They backed off that. I can't believe that they're closing 300 stores permanently. I'm gonna have to go check that out because that sucks. But it's a dying model, and it's been dying a slow death for a very long time. It's just sad to see so many people lose their jobs, especially now with all this craziness going on. All right, John, what you been reading?
Well, can't get to your comic book store right now, so a lot of stuff they're trying to pick up online. Marvel, their digitals, they're doing a 7-day free trial for $9.99, and they just upload Power of 10, House of X, as well as War of the Realms, which was actually really, really good. Also found out Comixology is doing a 60-day free trial. I'm interested in that personally because I really want to reread Planet Hawk and World War Hawk. And actually even get back into the Dark Avengers and that saga again. So I'm probably going to lock myself in the bedroom and just vibe out to that for a minute sometime in the next couple of days.
See, you always do that to me. I'm vibing with you. I'm like, yeah, Planet Hulk, War Hulk. And then you're like, and Dark Avengers. No, stop. Yes, every time I see that stupid suit and Norman Osborn in the Iron Patriot suit, I just get like, whatever, dude. I don't know. Me and Marvel in events in general, Marvel does it worse than DC, where they always try to change the status quo and make you think it's going to be something permanent. Like, you know what? That's going to last for 2 months. Y'all quit playing. Y'all trying to sell books. I ain't with y'all right now. And the Dark Avengers thing was there for me. I was just with it. Man. But anyway, Anyway.
Also, you can also do DC Universe. I believe their free trial is still 7 days as well. You might want to get that before they try to transfer all that over to HBO Max. But also with that, be sure if you're only doing the 7-day trial, it can be difficult to cancel that subscription. So watch that. But they do have some pretty good stuff on there. But honestly, if you don't want to read, my suggestions would be probably Comicstorian, especially if you're going to be home alone. He does the complete stories, and those usually sometimes are between 30 minutes into an hour. I know I am going to watch probably the Doomsday Clock. Comicstorian on YouTube is awesome. He's probably my favorite resource for comics on that platform. And the best thing about it, he does suggest you, if you're really interested, to get your digital copies or your paperback copies, which, of course, right now, paperback is going to be a little bit more difficult. I know Othello mentioned before about Diamond. I didn't really get that story.
Oh, yeah. So Diamond, as of April 1st, Diamond Comics Distributor isn't going to be shipping any new books to your local comic book store. So that really sucks for them. It sucks for those guys. They're hurting already, and Diamond is just going to compound it. It's obviously, they're saying COVID-19 worries and fears. And so they're taking the books in from the publishers, but they're just sitting in the warehouse. They're not going to be delivered to your local comic book store. So that really stinks for them. I would say if anybody's watching and your local comic book store is still open, that they're not forced to close, by government mandate, stop by, of course, be safe, social distancing, all that good stuff. Pick up some back issues, maybe buy some figurines or something like that. Go get some magic cards, something. But give those guys some love, especially next month, because they are going to be struggling with no new books coming in the door.
Gonna miss comic book day.
Diamond is actually going to push that back. They've postponed Free Comic Book Day, so there's not going to be a Free Comic Book Day next month. They're going to push that back. They just haven't said when. So
is this going to be the death of paper comics?
I don't think it'll be the death of paper comics just as much as I don't think it'll be the death of movie theaters.
No, okay. The difference that I see between that, though, is movie theaters are still a thriving business. I mean, because every month there's new stuff coming out and they're doing good. Comics, it's watching the clock on that one, because a lot of the people who back 10 years ago when digital comics started happening, like, no, but I want a paper copy, I'll never do digital. A lot of those people found the convenience of, hey, I can read these on my phone. It's awesome. It's everywhere. It's cheaper. I don't have to spend for all these, paper copies. So that's kind of thinned out a lot of that crowd. If they have to go 2-3 months without getting paper copies, people aren't just going to abandon their storage and say, well, I'm just going to wait and find out until the ban's lifted and we can start going to buy paper copies again. I wonder if this is going to be the beginning of the end for getting people to switch over to digital and just being done with paper.
That, or it'll be the impetus for something else to come along to challenge Diamond. Like Viz Media said that they will find a way to get their comic books to the local comic book stores through their other distributors. So Viz Media, who isn't one of the big two, obviously, but they are going to get their books to the local comic book store through different distributors. They're not going to go through Diamond. That's
fine.
Uber.
Yeah.
So yeah, Uber has a new service called Uber Comics, so you get your comics delivered. But I don't know if it'll be the death knell for paper comics, because I don't see Disney and AT&T letting such a rich well of stories for them to pull from movies and TV to die. No,
that doesn't go away by making it digital. It's just changing the platform or the way that people are able to access it.
Yeah,
there will be people who will bitch and moan and say, well, I can't believe that they don't make paper comics anymore, that we're going to hold out to the end anyway. But sooner or later, that seesaw is going to balance out of the people who want paper versus digital, and people who would rather have the convenience and have space in their house and not have all these paper comics everywhere.
And you could be right. I mean, I used to be like that with books, and then I got my first Kindle, and then I was like, wow, digital books is what's up. Like I used to be. I mean, I still love a good book. I still love the feel of it, especially if it's a brand new book, that fresh smell, that the ink and all that good stuff. I love that. But yeah, that Kindle.
And I would never say that it would replace the feel of it, but sooner or later it's gonna go away. It's just a matter of time of how long does it take for the people who prefer to have that paper copy until enough of those people die off that the younger crowd's like, okay, hey, yeah, digital, paper comics, that's what my grandpa did, no offense there, though you're the only grandpa on here.
I knew. You know what? You're such
I love you, buddy.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You know what? Let's talk about theaters for a second, Rich, because you mentioned something in our group chat about movie theaters. What were you wanting to say about that?
A lot of big movies that were supposed to be, coming up, the early blockbusters that were going to be getting released this spring. Everything's getting postponed because all the theaters are closed.
Mm.
And they don't know how long. I mean, it's all been, hey, for a couple of weeks, this is what it's going to be. But I think we all know this is something that could reach, into the fall very easily. It's going to be so touch and go. So, one of the things that I love about humanity right now is people are either trying to figure out how to capitalize on it or saying, hey, what can I do for the greater good? And, there's a lot of debate going on. I watched a lot of stuff for a couple of days. Apparently they're debating whether Wonder Woman and whether Black Widow should just be released straight to a streaming service. Which neither one of those are big enough movies that I would, care either, one way or the other. But I'm just thinking, okay, yeah, that's just going to really hurt what a lot of these, industries that built.
The theaters would take a beating on those because both those movies are so expensive. Now,
oh yeah,
I mean,
what
Paramount
I think
did
will happen is if it drags out far long enough and people get used to it, it will become the new norm, and that will be the nail in the coffin for theaters. But one thing I do want to pull out is it's really cool is this thing has caused the recurrence of drive-in theaters. People are going back to drive-in, which they did not do for 30, 40 years. Now they're doing it.
That's actually cool
because of the social distancing thing.
That's cool.
The one that's about 20 minutes away from us, they had just announced that they were showing movies. What was it, this weekend? Which normally they don't open until Memorial Day.
That's awesome. Bring your own concessions and chill out. That's
it.
Cool.
Lock yourself in the car and enjoy the movie.
Unless you have a crack in your windshield, and then it gets kind of sucks. There's just a line through the whole film. You should have got the crack fixed. But there's Paramount. Paramount is taking one of their movies. It's a new comedy. It's called Lovebirds, and that was supposed to debut in theaters, I want to say this past week, and they're going to put it on Netflix. They're not even going to go VOD route. It's going to go straight.
That's the one with Kamel and
Yep.
Issa Rae. Oh,
yep. That's the one.
I'm there for it.
Yeah, it's going right to Netflix. Then there's also movies like was it The Hunt, I think, and Invisible Man, two that come top of mind, that were released to VOD early, and you can just pay $20 to watch it for 48 hours, as opposed to what the normal VOD price would be. I don't know. I'm assuming, I think it's like $10 or whatever. But that's something I've been wanting for years for theaters to do. I would pay $20 to not go sit in a theater full of people and watch a movie at home in the comfort of my own home.
I was waiting for Onward, and Onward came out, and it was $20 to buy it. So I actually bought it. But yeah,
why'd you buy it? It's on Disney Plus for free in like a few days.
I know, but it was actually something that I wanted to watch. So I would have paid the $20 to go to theater for 3 people. So It was the same thing just to buy it. So I just bought it. I wanted to see it.
Yes, but you have Disney Plus.
Same. It's
You
not
have
the
Disney
same.
Plus.
I want my popcorn. I need my popcorn.
Because you can't make popcorn at home.
I
You
can't
can-
make popcorn at home. Hey, I can't make popcorn at
can.
home, but it's
You
not.
can buy one of those
Right.
machines and have it at home. Nope. You can buy that machine. You can buy a machine,
I really
and
don't
there's a
want
place you can go here in St. Louis to get that popcorn. That's not true. You can go.
Okay, but
do
here's
that.
the thing you got to remember, Othello, is that Jelly doesn't cook anything like a normal person. She would
Hey!
have some
No.
weird, hey, it just can't be regular butter because,
It's got to
I'm
be
not just
vegan butter.
but I'm like super vegan and
No, let me just
It's
say,
gotta be like
let me just
cauliflower
say,
butter.
and anybody who's been in the movie theater industry for years and years and years, your popcorn has been vegan for years and years and years. It's just flavored coconut oil.
I've known that nothing that you get at a movie theater is natural anyway, and I've come to terms with it, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with it. I just
Yeah.
don't think about it.
Yeah.
But what about them nachos and cheese fruit, though? That's what I always get.
Why do you think I know anything about their nachos? I don't know anything about their nachos. I just
They're
know
not
about
vegan
popcorn.
either. Jelly. That's
I
not.
tell you that
Well,
nacho
it's not
cheese
real
ain't cheese.
That ain't real
Yeah,
cheese.
it's not real cheese,
It is
so it
not
might be
real
vegan.
cheese.
No, that's some kind of plasticized
Some
margarine
powdered
of cheese.
way
It's
Made in
not
a
real
factory
cheese.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's not real cheese. So
I know how to pop
you could probably eat the
popcorn on
nachos.
a stove, Rich.
Wow,
Way
so
too hard.
that's-
Put it in the microwave. Come on.
No,
Yeah,
ew,
that's-
it's nasty out of the microwave. It's gross. It's so easy to
See,
do it on a stove.
I
You just need
take
to
back
walk-
my whole comment that you were going to
See.
make this complicated.
Yeah.
Never
I know,
mind.
you just need to walk in some oil. Walk in some oil. Put the lid
Oh,
on
walk
it.
in some oil. Oh, sweet Lord, woman.
She won't get it till she goes back and watches the replay on this and she walked right into that trap. And missed you, Jelly.
Wait, did you say walk or
That was
walk
a dad-
into that?
Great dad.
What?
W-O.
Okay.
They look like, what is it?
I wish I had that little drum app right now.
Right.
Um,
While Jelly's over here trying to sign and actually throwing up gang signs. I don't know what's going on now. This show is completely deteriorated. Trying to help people get through COVID.
You
and,
missed me. You missed me.
and
Sorry,
Jelly's trying to
guys.
talk about what set she claims.
Actually, this is the perfect time to binge. If speaking of Disney Plus, all the Marvel movies,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
so
And
Friday
all the Star Wars movies.
for sure. That's on the list next week. But also, we just rewatched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1989, 1990. Oh,
I watched that this week too.
it was so good. It was
not.
Y'all are killing
It was
me.
not good.
It was
I
not
watched
good.
it, and
It was
really
awesome.
good.
Vanilla Ice made that movie. I don't care
No,
what
that-
you say.
that
No,
was
that
part
part two sucked.
That was part
sucked.
2.
Yeah, the first one.
Vanilla Ice was the only good part of that movie, and that's how bad that movie was.
Go
Was that
Ninja.
song
True.
was the only good part of that movie. John knows all the lyrics too. Look, he's ready to break it out too. He's
Ninja,
like,
Go
ninja,
Go
rap,
Ninja,
See,
go.
I
ninja,
knew. Yeah, he
ninja.
probably knows the dance
Go,
too.
go, go, go.
See,
go, ninja,
that's
go.
why. That's why I can only deal with him once a week. That's why. There you go, right there. That's exactly why I don't be messing with John. You probably over there drinking Corona. Look at him.
Yeah.
And I tried it. I don't drink Corona, but Corona was on sale because of the whole thing. People did not stop drinking Corona because of the virus. They stopped drinking it because it's gross.
Oh no, take that
It
back.
is gross.
But wait, real quick,
Nasty.
before we digress, and also their sales are down 40% because of this whole thing. But that's serious.
Because people are
But
dumb.
I know we don't have people are dumb, but I know we don't have a lot of time left, so I just want to go ahead and sign off. Hey, feel free to hang out. This is what we do whenever we're together. This is what we're gonna do tonight. And when we see you next week, we don't know if it'll be like this again. It could be we're practicing social distancing in the store. Maybe we'll have a couple cameras set up and we'll just be like, 20 feet away from each other. So
Hazmat
whatever it
suits.
is, let's get some of those. I'm feeling that. I'm gonna give me a 3D print Vader mask and just start wearing that. But whatever it is, hey, be safe out there. Stay your butts at home, young people. And remember, tell them F you.